majority of the metros are not in. I gave an example with eThekwini. Out of 865 VDs, only 308 when we were working here to where we were speaking was in. Ekurhuleni, the same thing. Tshwane, Joburg, they're in Mpumalanga. It's Mbombela, it's Bushbuck Ridge, it's Emalahleni, it's Dr. J.S. Moroka, it's Tembisi Lehani. In Limpopo, Polokwane, majority of the VDs have not been counted. College Chabane, majority. So it cuts across all the VDs. But let's look at Northern Cape, what the EFF, how the EFF performed in Northern Cape. EFF has grown by 29%. There is 100%. It's completed. The voting is done. The counting is done. The loading is done. EFF is 29%, has increased by 29%. That's a good over 10,000 votes. So we're quite happy. Here, nationally, we're still at 57%. If you look at the 58% now.
Are you hoping that the votes that will come in will change the fortunes of the EFF? Because certainly, should the board remain the way that it is now, that would certainly be somewhat of a regression for the EFF.
My darling, the vote that comes in first, you should know that.
Yes.
It's from the smaller VDs.
Yes.
So the bigger VDs have not been counted. And where are the bigger VDs found? In townships. So the black votes in majority have not been captured for. That's why you see the DA sitting there. It's going to drop because they've reached their ceiling. Look at Mpumalanga as an example. They are in Middleburg, they are in Mbombela, in their majority, and then they're in Garvenbeki. Those areas, they're almost done. But look at other sub-regions. Here, in Gauteng, Mid-Valley is done, that's where they are strong, and some small VDs across, but the majority of the bigger VDs are not yet in.
And you're pinning your hopes that that's going to change.
That's
the fortunes of
definitely
the EFF by the time the final results are announced.
It's science, my darling. Let's talk when the dashboard is now at 90%. That's when you'll see the magic. The votes of the EFF are still coming in the main. And if you open the system now and check where are these votes that she's talking about, you'll see that majority of the votes are still coming from rural VDs. Majority of the smaller VDs, they are white VDs, they are farm VDs, they are small, their numbers are in. If the EFF now at 58% is sitting at 780,000 already, you can imagine when now the bigger numbers are coming, where the EFF will be.
And just as a sidebar, you got a vote in Orania, didn't you?
We did, and I'm happy. And we thank that revolutionary comrade of Orania. But he must go and recruit more other people to vote for the EFF. White people must vote for the EFF because we need to live peacefully in this country, sharing the mineral resources of this country, sharing together the wealth of this country. And that's what we're saying. We don't hate white people. We just hate the fact that they don't want to share the minerals with us. And we are unapologetic about it. White people, you've been living here for a long time. You've been taking the wealth of this country by yourselves. It's time that we share this wealth together. Otherwise, it will never have peace. The levels of crime, high levels of inequality will never reduce for as long as the majority of our people still lives in absolute poverty. We can't continue to have
Thank
that.
you, Katie.
The Treasurer General of this
Thank you.